Yeah, we are by president and the president is he very good, both of them. So I'm really excited. Congratulations. I come to see Leah and Michelle. And all of my friends here.
John, Andrea, if you are going to be in real estate, you want to be with someone who knows where they're going. And if you want to experience the real estate journey, I can tell you that the 7 years I've been with the company, it's really amazing. Okay, it gives you a what we call a sense of certainty.
Besides the pandemic, PacificWide workers and agent has grown tremendously. We cannot control what happened to us, but we surely can do it. We can improve our situation by what we have.
2022 is your year, ladies. That is a promise. How can you do it? Discipline. Take initiative. Take discipline.
So if you want to grow your career or to grow yourself as a person,
Come with PacificWide. Congratulations to all the winners.
Thank you. And also thank you everybody here today. And I hope you enjoy the lovely evening and happy holidays this week. We have this and everything comes the best come to you in this season. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, how many people in this room already attend our Christmas last year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. So the rest, are you excited for our Christmas year? What are you expecting for?
That was awesome. Good party.
Mm-hmm. So, sometimes I have technology issue. Yeah. So where is that? Sorry. Be patient with me. We need my Zoom. I still cannot see it. Okay, here you go. Finally. Everyone on Zoom, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. So what is our this year? What is our Christmas this year? It will be future destiny. It will be you, will be us. Today, your future. PacificWide, your future, your destiny. Future destiny. And the event will be on December 17th from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. It will be at San Jose Marriott, and we will soon, very soon, send to you our invitation. So be ready, dress up, and enjoy our event. Coming real soon. Okay. All right. So, do you want to grow your income? Who wants to grow it? Nobody say no, right? So, come with me, sign up for mega open house. That is the first way and only way that you can get more customer. Right now, we have some listing available in-house. The first one is 3001 Green Street. It's single house of Longley listing. The price reduced. The second one is listed by Anh Quốc. It's in Hollister, California. A really beautiful house. The next one will listing with by Sally. So you know her already. You can get her contact, discuss with her for another price. The next one is listed by our CEO, Leon Lee. Is a luxury condo in San Francisco. The next one is just listing few days ago, listing by Tino Le. You already know him. And you know what? This house is really good for first home buyer or for investor or the family with like many people. Because this house, there are two houses. You buy one, but you get two. Yeah. Actually, it's not ADU, it's another unit with two master rooms and one kitchen. So total, they have like 6 rooms, 5 bathrooms, 2 kitchens. So that's the
other has some kind of permit.
They have permit already. Yeah. So it's the how you can advertise with your buyers. Buy one, get two. Yeah, they have separate entrance from here, from this one, from this entrance. The buyer can go directly to another unit. They don't need to use any common unit here. So this one, the main entrance to the main unit, and this one is another entrance to another unit at beside, behind. Yeah, so it's really, really good. 1.5 million, you get 2 houses. See? The next one is new listing by Mẫn Hoàng, a mobile home behind, I think it's behind Lee Sandwich in Center Road. 2 room, 2 bathroom, and the price is only 252,000. One of these thing is the park rent only $860. Right now it's rare to find a mobile home with a park rent under 1,000. So this one is an opportunity for you to get the buyers. Next one, just listing by Anh Đức Lê and Thi Khánh. This one is a condo in Milpitas with 3 bedroom. The price is amazing.
One bath?
Yeah, 1 bath.
No, 1.5.
1.5. This one, you have to double check in MLS, so you have more information about that. Yeah, but remember, sign up with me for mega open house. So I will arrange you for any open available for open house. Please. Next one is some of our commercial. And then, do you want to advertise your commercial on Zoom?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. Okay.
I want
Which
to,
one you want to talk about? Let me see. Let me pull up the income. Don't remember that.
I want to see your face.
Oh, no.
Why no?
That's why I go on Zoom.
Are you waking up? All right, so right now we have, I think that you have two here. One is beauty salon and one is phở, mắc phở. You still have
Right. Let me talk about the phở noodle house in Scotland. That one has been running almost. I think he running almost 10 years now. So he asking the sale be 270,000. So the rent is about 4,000 something. Then he cross sell for monthly income is about, I would say he make daily about $3,000 a day. So you talk about he cross sell about $21,000 per month. He have, I think, about 6 employees. So that one it make pretty good income. If you need more information about that restaurant, you can contact our team. You can call me, either me or Nam, so we can give you more detail on the noodle house, right? So that one is a good income. And the second one that we have is the Pretty Salon. It's located at Redwood City. That one is pretty good location by the Broadway. And then that location is very already crowded. The only thing is a little bit problem is the parking area. So that's the only thing outside. Other than that, everything the rent is about 4,000 something. The income is he, they tell me they're making like almost like $1,000 a day, but I have to get you more detail when you give me a call. We can send you the book for the pretty salon. All right. So call me if you have anybody interesting to run a business, pretty salon or a map for. I'll give it a call. So we also have couple more noodle house for sale is coming up soon. So all right, give me a call or our team a call. All right. Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you, guys.
Do you have any promotion for our in-house agent if we have buyers for you?
Oh, the always compensated on the MRS if you sell it, so we're compensating there. If you sometimes we do have a special, but right now it's in there is the commission based on the MRS listing. Yes.
Yes. So you heard that. You have you know your friends, you know the price, and you can get more information from him for your
Oh, you looking at any other business? We don't have listen. Give us a call to. We have a lot of potential. If you want to run a business, we can also help you to looking for one. So.
Yeah. Thank you, Anh. Thank you,
Thank you, guys.
So I will move on to our market update this week. The first one is about jobless claims. It keeps claiming fell by 12,000 compared with last week. In October, last week, in October 15, it's almost 214 million. About the job opening, also it dropped 1.1 million since April 2020. And it was 10.1 million on the last day of August. So both the jobless or job openings it dropped. It's due to the high mortgage rate. So what is mortgage rate right now? The mortgage demand is also downtrend last week. Today is 7.22 for the 30 years and 6.49% for 15 years. The refinance index decreased 6.7% compared with last week. And the contract interest rate for 30 years is increased to 6.9% with last week. However, the mobile home value is growth. It increased 34% in the last 5 years. So is it a good sign for you to go out and now looking for a mobile home or selling mobile home because they got the equity already? The seller, the owner of mobile home, right? So they have more money to buy single house because single house little going down, a little bit going down, but the mobile home, the owner, they got equity. So they have money to sell the mobile home and buy the single house, right? And we also have many programs, the mortgage program for first home buyer because the owner of mobile home doesn't count as a first home buyer. So the owner of mobile home still can get the mortgage program for first home buyer. So who remember the mortgage program for first home buyer?
10%.
The first one?
10% home loan.
That is the second loan. The second one, the program, the second one that for first home buyer also. Yes, yeah. See, you know your product, so you can go out and sell to the buyer, the first home buyer who own the mobile home and they want to sell it and buy condo and single house. The Santa Clara County Housing, they propose to build 106 apartments in downtown Santa Clara. However, the project is still postponed and they plan to resume in November of this year. And California house price is now 8.7% below of the May peak. In Bay Area, is the one of $1.2 million median is decreased 0.5% of this month and down 16.5% compared in May. But it's still higher than February, 38%. And because the Bay Area, the median income, because of the resident is moved out, so the income, the median is changed. So what we have to do with this information as an agent, what should we do? We listen to our CEO today and get all information, get all the question, and he will help you. He will be here to consult you, to give you all answer, on the tip.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Oh, wow, haven't seen everybody here. So let's start today with the, I know before the meeting, is Patrick and Stevens came and asked me questions. So let's start with a question first. What do you have in mind? You might be concerned, worried, or be unhappy, or challenging. Just ask questions. So let's start with Patrick because he asked me question first, and then it's Stevens, and then anybody can ask question, any topics, and then we got still have materials we go through it, but we start with question and answer. So Patrick, let's start something.
Yeah, so actually, for me, it's very challenging times now.
Okay.
I mean, it's help with seller. Obviously later. But the question that I had earlier was that you know when you do the selling, and you put the offer, and then the seller comes with the counter offer. Then we go back with the buyer's offer, counter offer, and then, so what's gonna happen, what are the next steps with regard to the mobile homes?
Okay, so the question is regarding the contract. So here's the thing. So this is I think this is a lot of people already know. So it just answer direct question, Patrick's direct question. So basically, we are doing countering, make an offer and counter back and forward, and that you already in the contract, right? And you want to add some more terms and conditions into the contract. And Patrick asked, should we have to do another counter offer? The answer is no. You are in the contract. So counter offer, which means that you have not in a contract, we still have an offer. So the offer accepted, both parties accepted, then we call it contract. So when we say the counter offer and seller counter offer, buyers counter offer, which means have not in contract. But in this case, you're already in contract because the counter offer from a seller and also the counter offer from buyers and both sides. So we have a contract. We're not in the offer stage anymore. So if you want to add any condition, any terms, let's say you want to add a refrigerator, stay with the house, say go with the house, go with the sale. Or maybe you wanted the house, the sellers clean the house and remove some junk aside along on the side of the house. Then that's going to be the addendum. Shouldn't be the addendum. But you might call the sellers, or if you are representing the buyers, you call the seller or the seller's agent and ask, okay, please make sure that the sellers remove all the junk on the side of the house. And if you worry that they don't do it at the end, then just put it out in the addendum verbally first. We try to be polite with them. He's the agent. I just want to make sure that the seller will remove some junk on the side of the pot, pants, bicycle on the side of the house. And they say, okay, there's no problem because they are still we not remove contingency. Yes, so they still think it's easy to talk. So when they agree, you put on what you ask, and they agree verbally on the paper. We call it the addendum, and then have both seller and buyer sign it. So later on, until when we close the transaction, we will make sure the seller performs. Okay, so we call it addendum, not the offer counter anymore. We don't need this using the counter offer again, but we put it in that addendum is stacked with a verbal agreement. Okay, yeah. I think it's Stevens. You had a question before. You said off market, some kind of off market deal. What is this?
My question is one of my customers and then it's not listed yet. How can we get in touch with some
Okay, so the question back is how could you know the house is only for sale? Sign the list, sign the listing agreement with the agent. How do you know this house for sale? Who say that? Let's say someone say, okay, the house at the corner street is for sale and coming up in the market. The question is, ask the seller, hey, other buyer, your buyer, hey buyer, how do you know that house for sale? Going to be in the market. They might say, my friend told me. They may say, the seller told me, the owner of the house, or may say, or you say the agent give them a flyer. So start from that source and contact that person. I can tell how to contact, how to start with. But if I was you, I start with the source that the buyer know. Why the buyer know the house will be for sale?
There may be a sign of the.
Oh, get a sign. Then pick up the phone, call that person on site. For example, the agent John Smith have a sign post in front of the house. They say the house coming soon, for sale coming soon. Then call that number, and you will call. Don't let the buyer call. Okay? If the buyer call, they will go with the other agent. So you will call ask the buyer, take the picture of the sign, or you can come down and take the picture of the sign, take the number, and call the agent. And just assuming that the house on the market, you just talk freely. Okay, how much is how would be for sale? what is selling price, asking price, and then you can ask many questions. Okay, and I will talk to you what is the question that you should ask. But basically, it's back from the source that they know why, when the house is.
Nowadays,
I must-
the house may be worth about $1.2 million, but they're listed for $700,000.
Mhm.
It's because they're misleading the buyer and the customer.
Anyone has the right to put any price on it for sale for the house, right? Now, it's not misleading, but maybe the strategy or maybe something behind the story behind. A few days ago, last week, we saw one house listed for sale at 789, I think 795 or 889. You want that house in the zip code of 95111. And the buyer, the seller, the current owner purchased a home just a year ago at 905 or 8 or 5, 900. That's a $900,000. He put, I think it's based on the remodeling pictures, look like it's more than $100,000 he put into the house. So it's supposed to be more than $1 million already. Now he put it for sale, this was at first, originally he put for sale at 1.2, above a little 1.2. So profit is probably 100,000 after commission. So that's what I think. A month later is that the house currently listed for sale at 789. So what was the problem? And a few people call me and text me and ask me, is this the bias? And I looked into that, and there was a story behind it. There's a shooting in the house, in front of the house, or maybe inside the house, and 4 times in 2 years. And there's a gang, they came by and they shot it. They did multiple shots in the house. And a different story, they are chasing the owner, the previous owner, not the current owner. But the current owner, they bought it, but they didn't know it. And when it was the remodeling, they still shooting the guy, the gangs to come back and shot in the house. So the whole neighborhood is scared. We have all the reports in the police department and also publics as well. And nobody bought it, but why to buy it? So he put his house for sale. It's a 789. I think this the offer days is coming sometime today or tomorrow. But my buyer, after heard the story, we saw on our disclosure record, and the buyer, even though the current price is 789, she still said, no, I don't want to buy. So when you see any abnormal price, listing price, there's some stories behind it. I see there's also a couple of houses listed for sales in the last few weeks in nearby here, the zip code at 95127. They put at 750 maybe. And when we talk to the listing agent, they say no. And the listing agent actually the owner as well. And he bought a house and then remodeled and put it out to the market. And he told me that I don't expect to sell for less than $1 million. Okay, this is 750. And he's a seller, he's an agent. And what we mean in the future, probably you see the agent also related to the seller as well. So they have a full control. They can list any price. If you come with you put a bid and you offer, they don't sell, they have a right not to sell to anyone. So they can, they attract the buyers because they're looking for the buyers. They're looking for the people who are interested. And they can sell any price they want, but I don't believe it is under too much below the fair price. So don't be too much hope for that. And one house here, they put this auction. The house is behind it. It's a new construction, not new construction. It's a 25, 30 years old home. And the list says 700 or 800. How much is it sold for?
They bid 1,070,000.
Yeah, 1,070,000, and then the buyer has to pay 10% premium bidding fee. So that is 1,000,000 1.170 already. Let's say that way. See that?
What the auction
So look, Steve. Yeah, I'm sorry.
But they didn't disclose any disclosure.
No disclosure. You buy AC,
But
right?
on the neighborhood, they say we have a debt in the property.
That and without rate. So Stephen came to me 2 months ago, almost 2 months, but that's how I stayed too long. I used to ask a question. Okay, let's go with this one. My friend, my whatever your clients wanted. and you have a lot of hope. I told you, no, it's not below, it's 1.1, 1.1 million. And that is what things going, you know, to be. So don't look, okay, here's my advice to the buyers, and also I hope that you related the message, the way you talk to the buyer. If the buyers come because they see any listing with very attractive price, and I say to them, no, you can't buy that price because that's how history, that's how it's auction, and that's how it here, and the fair price for this one is, let's say, $1 million, let's say that way. Okay. But I would suggest the buyer, look for what you need first. Look at what the house you want to buy. For example, you want the area, you buy the house because the area, you buy the house in the big house, bigger space, living space, or because I have a structure you like it, and then tell me I can negotiate a good price for you, not lower than the fair price for you. But don't look for the list low listing price, because not real end up is people will bidding up the price to be fair or more than fair price. So try to say change the language, but if you talk to the buyer, because the buyer, they just see the price, they thought the whole market is corrupt, and the price went too low, and then they just hope, and they keep chasing something, and you say don't chase anymore. You don't buy, you can't buy it, and that's when you require cash. That's when it's have a story behind it, and this was a strategy to creating the bidding war. And don't look for that, because when you buy, that's how you will not live in the house. You will not be happy. So buy what you want to buy, and then tell me what you need, what you want. I will negotiate the good price for you. Okay, the price you can buy is a below market price, but don't look for the cheap price. Okay, so this is the answers for any low price, looking for a very low price. The buyer, they sometimes just look for a price. They don't really care. They live in the apartment, they live in rental property, and now they're looking for a cheap price, and the whole life of their life is just looking for something, unsatisfied. Because they keep chasing for money. They keep chasing, okay, there's a low price, let's buy it. But how is this? It's really not good. But they can still going to look for. And then after the recession next year, maybe probably next year, and they're still looking for the house again. And the whole life they keep chasing for something that they never have. So I told them, okay, find something you want, find something you like. You've been living in the rental property for too long. You've been living and rely on other people for too long. It's time for you to be independent and look for something you good, you like, you want, and then we talk. Okay. Okay. So, any question? No question?
I always feel no matter market is up or down, it's always a big challenge for the buyer and the buyer's agent. Yeah, we spend wasting a lot of time, showing the buyer, putting an offer. Even right now, it's kind of tool from seller's market to buyer's market. Still 99% of a chance,
right?
For the buyer to get it. It's very difficult for the buyer to get a good deal. Yeah, when you see some kind of listing very low, and your buyer think you can get it, but those listings is just like you said, it's kind of strategy. It's all about a marketing scheme. You need to get to the point, for the buyer. Don't just look at the listing price. Listing price is just a way of a marketing strategy.
Good. Okay, we come back with that. Okay, so we know that among us, we understand, but how do we talk to the buyer? We come to that soon. So next is we talk about what do you need from us? For the broker, we are broker in charge here, responsible broker here. And what do you need?
I need support.
Support. Good. What kind of support? Can you be more specific?
For anything, for any question about selling the house or listing the house.
Good. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Anybody else? What do you need from us? What do you need from me?
Advice.
Advice. Okay. Good. Good. What else? Cynthia, what do you need from me?
Negotiation skill from our CEO.
Okay, negotiation skill. Excellent. What else? What do you need?
Leon, money,
Who?
money.
Money. Good. Okay, money. Good. Okay, so money, support. Okay, training, advice. Okay. So negotiation skill. What else?
With you.
With me? For what?
Everything.
Everything. Okay. Good. Okay. So what else you need?
Hello.
Yes.
Hi,
Nuna,
can you hear? Hi.
I know you.
Okay. Hi. Yes. I think because of the market of all the news and all this, when we turn to the buyer, to the seller, when you try to make that call, they say I'm not ready, and or the buyer say, oh, it's too much, the rate is too high, the price is still very expensive. I gotta wait, and the seller's like, I'm gonna wait. I think it's very hard as an agent to like follow with all the people, with all the buyers, the seller, because when we follow up, we get discouraged because nobody want to make a move. How do we get ourselves to kind of like, okay, to get them moving? So yeah, okay.
Okay.
Can I answer this question though?
Yes, please.
So, Nuna, I get this question almost every day.
Yeah.
And the best way to answer this is, what are you waiting for? So they need to know what they are waiting for. Okay.
Got
So
it. Okay.
they will like, I'm waiting for the price to go lower or the rate to go lower. And then you said, how low? How low the rate gonna be so that you will buy? How low the price gonna be for you gonna buy? So they might not know. So you said, you know what? Let's do this. Come to my loan department. We'll do some number. We sit down. We do some analysis. We will show you what you should wait for. What is the best time to do thing? So when they come here, we will show them the number, because sometimes when the price go down but the rate go up, they pay more. The monthly payment is more than when the price higher but the rate lower. So because they don't know that. So we need to bring them in the office. We will work on their situation, and we will give them some time to think about when they come. We look at their own file. We work for them, and we find the number, the solution, so they know exactly when they're gonna buy. Because right now they don't even know what are they waiting for. If you ask them back that question, you're waiting for the house price to go down or the rate to go down? Because when the rate go down, the house go higher, right?
Yes, that's what my answer. But then again, they want to wait because I think the interest rate gonna go lower, and because we have less. They said that the home price might go lower. That's what they said.
When the rate go lower, the home price gonna higher. So it's really. They don't even know what are they waiting for. Trust me, no one knows. They say they wait, but they don't know what they're waiting for. So the best way to bring them in the office, and we will tell them, okay, so with your ability, this is how much you should pay a month. So this is when you should buy. When the house price go this number, and then when the rate go this number, you should buy. And we will give you the realistic solution, not just guessing or hoping. Okay.
Got it. Okay, break it down. One more question. Regarding that the government, the forgivable loan, that 10%. If the buyer work and live in different county, okay, for example, live in Santa Clara County, right? Can they buy a home here can they use a loan to buy a home in Sacramento?
Okay, good question. They can buy a home anywhere, but if they work in Santa Clara County, they buy a home in Sacramento, and then the income limit will be count at the Sacramento County, not Santa Clara County. So Sacramento County's limit is a lot lower than the Santa Clara County limit. So whatever. Okay.
Got it. And then you go back to based on the county matching with the income, and then physically, I mean, by the loan, they're supposed to be moving into that house, supposedly, right? In a way, supposed to be for primary resident. Got it.
Yes.
But based on the county limit income.
Yeah, that's where they buy the house. Yeah.
For the 10% in forgivable loan.
Yes, yes.
Okay, it's clear. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, anybody else? Okay. Okay, anybody else? What do you need from us? Yes, you think of something?
I have a humble suggestion. So next time when we come to, when you're working for a buyer's agent, as a buyer's agent, you have a deal, your buyer really like to buy this home. I think during the process, as early as possible, let's bring this guy with you. Do you think it's a good idea?
Bring over here. I will not go out on special circumstances, but bring over to the office. If I am here, I'll make an appointment for the first time for the first sample. We have a couple few new agents, new licensees agents here. So if for the first few times, I'm willing to work with you side by side. I will stay with you when you bring the customer here. I will sit down and maybe talk to them a little bit so you can continue. But for the seasonal agent already, you should be yourself because I want to help, but I don't have enough bandwidth to do so for everybody. Okay, I can only give advice. I am here to offer you the strategical plan and advice, legal advice, and what to do and what not to do, and how to get more business. But I don't do the work for you. Okay, so for example, as a few agents say, I know there's a lot of not a lot, but a few agents come to me and say, "Can you write me the offer? Write me the contract." No, I don't write a contract for you because it's your client. Your job is write a contract. Okay, I think it's Alex's experience is sometimes people come and just ask help for the write a contract. I will review the contract, but I will not write a contract for the agents.
But you can help this new agent to write a contract.
I will show them because first time, so yes, the new first time is always to help because the first time, but also there's a training outside too. And also if they need to train how to write a contract, yes, I'm willing to sit down to show them. But the agent should go in and practice or ask for a sample contract we already have in the past. I say, can you give me a copy of the sample so I can copy it in the way you write? All right, good. Just want to be clarified. Okay, I'm sit down with you to advise with the agents. I work with the agent, give you advice on the agent, work with on the agent side, and do work for the agent because this is too many. Let's say it's 80 people, 70 people, even 50 or 20 people. How come in my hours I don't have enough hours to work in every have one deal, and then every day look like I have to work for side by side and it's too much detail. Okay, I give direction.
Give the new agent some kind of idea.
Ideas fine, yeah. I can count the ideas I can give.
What kind of offer is most likely to be accepted by the seller?
Of course. You know what? Sometimes I can be advised and sit down and discuss for hours, no problem. But I feel uncomfortable to do work for you in 15 minutes. I mean, I write the work, do the work for the agent. Look like the agent is is the boss and the manager and ask me to do the heavy work, right? So that's the idea. Okay, anyway, I'm willing to do for the things, but please understand. Anyway, what else? What do you need? Yes.
Well, just to piggyback Elvis' suggestion here. I think anybody here who's working with a buyer and not comfortable in writing an offer, I mean, sometimes it takes you a day or two to put together an offer. They may go somewhere else. So the best thing to do is find somebody who's seasoned agent and work with them as a mentor-mentee. We have that program.
Yes, we talk about, we'll talk, reminder again. We had that mentee mentor program, of course, as a commission split, they have to pay to the mentor. But so the agent should understand that if you want to not to do work or you not feel comfortable yet, then you should be satisfy some commission for the agent who helped you, right? So that is a bit more fair to everybody. So okay, next, what else?
Yeah, I appreciate him because anytime I have a problem with the buyer or something, I text him. He text me right now. So you don't have to come here to see him, but you can text him.
Yes, yes. And I stay overnight, even 24 hours, 7, which means people go back there. No, I'm not staying here. Let's go ever somewhere. Okay, that's excellent. So here's the thing. That's what you're talking about. Yes, I heard it. I'm hearing that you need the support, and the support can divide into areas. It's a sales support and a marketing support, and it could be a variety of things. You can get a support, but it's one word, but actually, it's cover a lot of the items. So the next thing is you're looking for is a training, because you need advice, some advice, and it's also something that we already have in the training. And like the discussion today, or maybe broker like Elvis or Alex and many brokers here, they only have ideas how to to share. So this advice, just come to the training, attend to a group of people like this. I like it because when you have a question, you ask right away. Staying home is put you in the mood of a passive mood, and then you just listen to via Zoom, and then you might not have a question. That's a disadvantage staying home. Yes, you can still learn it, but you have to really want to learn it in order to learn. So I encourage everyone to come here to the office for a couple times in a week. So you can interact with people, and then when you interact with people, it triggers your emotion, and then you will have more questions. And the question will come after a question. And a question will lead to you to the answers. And the answer, when you have it, it will lead you to another question. It's just like a circle. So when we stay home, then we will not, we don't come to the office. You will not have any questions. You have a 1 or 2 questions. And a 1 or 2 questions, that's when you're looking for a 1 and 2 answers, which means it's a learning curve and will be slower than other people who come to the office. Okay. So it's the last one is the business. The business, and people come here because of business. You didn't say the business, but look like I think I go offense a little bit. We come here because you need the business as well. Especially for new agents, when they come to get a license, they say, okay, I got license, I study, I passed the exam, I came to the training, right? But I don't know how to have a business. I don't know how to earn the first business. I don't know how to have a first check. And they say, and most of the time, brokers say, okay, come go to see your friends or relatives, to see whoever want to buy the home, and want to do a loan, refinance, or do a loan, and bring it over here, and I will train you. And yes, some people did that. Some people couldn't do it because they didn't come to the office. They don't have business. They didn't come to the office. They didn't come to the office. They didn't have an emotional motivation to look for the new business, for the first business. And then they're staying home and they don't have a business. And then they end up, and then we have a license. And 6 months later, they never sold any property. And even if they have one property is of your sister-in-law and your sister, and then you didn't come for get a training because you never have first check, and you're not motivated to sell, and you didn't talk well with that person, your sister-in-law, and then you never get it there. And sister-in-law end up going outside, look for new agent, different agent, and then you never have a business. So we talk about it's a support, it's a marketing support, a sales support. We talk about a training, and we talk about it's a business to you. So the real estate agent looking for the brokerage because they look for 3 things. I end up at product. What is it? What are they actually looking for? 3 things. So let's for example, Patrick let's say Patrick is a new agent, and Patrick came to the PacificWide and said, okay, I want to join your company. And then in his mind, he's only thinking, what is thing that I'm looking for from this company? And they came to Keller Williams, they came in Keller, they come to Coldwell Banker, they said, what actually did they looking for? And if the agent, if you put yourself in the agent of first stage, you go, okay, I come this company because the training, because they have a support. And maybe this company can give me the opportunity to earn more business. Besides, other thing is, anything else, it's just a kind of lower priority. It's an addition, right? So let's do this way. So here's the program is here. We talked about earlier. Oh, we're going to come back earlier. Come back. But let's talk about the sales here. It's a sale here. We give you the opportunity here. So we have a few things we can share. The first thing is the home showing specialist. I suppose you had a video here, but in the past, have anyone saw the video of home showing specialist? Anybody? You. Okay. We'll play it at the end. Okay, remind me, we play the video at the end. But home showing specialist is a program that we can share the work. So if you are busy, you cannot show the home to your buyers, or you can open the door, or if you represent the seller, but you don't have time to open the door for home inspection, then you might need someone to do it for you. And then you're busy, you can ask you want someone to help you and then willing to compensate for $100, $50. Who you want to hire? You don't have any. And so in the last minute. Then if this program will happen, we will assign the agent living nearby or on the road to work, and they will do the job for you. And vice versa, you can do the same thing for if you need if someone in need it and you are around, or you their vacation and you can do it, and then you will have some extra money for inflation, for money to pay for gas during the inflation now. In case we need to do something for gasoline. So there's a home showing specialist, but we have a video later. Okay. The next in the program is a mega open house, which is Anna introduced you earlier. So in mega open house, why we name it mega? Because it's really, is big, it's not small. Big here in terms of not like we all organize it with the food and dancing and music, but mega here is a lot of people, many people come and join the program. The program is when we want to encourage all the agents. Here's the thing, especially this time frame, you need to work more than before, which means every week reserve at least one weekend, one day. In the weekend, we have 2 days weekend. So 1 day weekend, and you come out there and do the open house. And people, and you might ask, why I have to do open house? Because a lot of people start with the why. Why? I open house, now the buyer don't want to buy. This house is too expensive, and this how many houses on the market, people don't buy it. This house is high price. I don't think people buy it. This house is not a good house. They might not buy this for me. It may be the reason you ask for why, but here's I want to find the why we do open house. Pick up the buyers, the leads, and how to use that lead, how to convert that lead into your business. We will talk later, discuss later if you want, or maybe another time. But basically now it's a buyer's market. With a buyer's market, you need more buyers because you need to work with the buyers. Now let's assume I do some draw calculation. Every weekend I get around 4 to 5 lists with the people from come to open house, which means they are looking for a house. They might not buy it right away, but they really show the interest, right? So we find it's a 5 warm list every weekend. So if you consistently do business like this, we have a 1 month, you have a 20 lists. And my calculation based on my experience, if you know how to do well and you aggressively do it, 20 lists, you convert into 1 customer without a problem, 5% conversion. Even 10, we only convert 1. You mean, okay? So I did that. This is my experience in the past when I first got a license, and I got into open house, and then every open house come out, I have one client, 1 open house, but that's me, and years long ago. But I give you a lower expectation. You get these 4 open houses, you get 1 buyer, 1 client, and that client you will continue do it, and then they refer next buyer, next client, seller, buyer, and then you have a whole long database. Okay, and then you have a continuous clients business over time. So mega open house. I know the mistake that people say, I did a lot of open house. I see some agents here do a lot of open houses, but they don't have a clients. They don't have a business. Why? Because you don't follow up, or you follow up is only the halfway. And then, or maybe you don't analyze why people need what people want. Okay, we talk about that. later in general, but because during the process, something not going right. But the list is there. But if end up, if you contest in the list you already got in last time open house, call them, see if they bought a house or not. Maybe half of them already bought a house, but why not you as agent? Okay, so that so next thing is business opportunities, which is what I'm going to talk about is a lead generation. Okay, the beginners of how we can bring the business to you. Okay, the first thing is sign up for mega open house. This program is open house opportunity, which means we find the open house. We will you will sign up for the program, and then we will call you that you will show up in open house. You prepare, follow procedure, the standard and rules. And then you can what you're going to do in order to collect on the list and what you're going to do. We'll follow up with you. See, you follow up with the list where you call the list and how many clients come in and what is a professional dressing you need to do and how many size you need to put on street. So join the open house, mega open house. We will show you how to conduct a standard open house PacificWide. And also we assign the open house for you, and we will look for the agent, in-house agent, also the outsider agents who have a listing, and then we will delegate it for you to do the open house. So we set up for you. You just need to prepare yourself and show up and perform the job and close the door and go home and then follow up and get a business. But we need to be here more, and then we're going to discuss how to follow up. I think that's Alex, everybody here around here. You can share experience how you can work with a lead. Maybe different lead, they have a different characteristic, which means it's require customization in terms of talking, negotiation, and following up. But you need to to participate. Okay. The next thing is here's yes.
I think I missed something. When we do a mega open house, do you think we can do open house for some other brokers?
Yes, we can do it. We can do it too. Yes. The purpose, here's the thing. The purpose, the purpose or the goal, the dream, whatever, is just for the open house. Don't narrow down that you have to sell that home. Your goal, define. I'm going to build a larger buyer's database. When you have a bigger dream, bigger goal, then when you have a number, when you have the contacts, the large number of contacts, you can do many different things to turn it into the business. You can turn that database into a referral down business. You can turn that business and become a seller. Business can be a buyer's business and can be as a loan, customer loan, mortgage clients, and you can build a relationship from there, and you can use them as an influence circle because they can talk about you. So when we have the database, that's the number of people that is at the right target, which means the right target here means because we do in real estate, so you need the database that they are interested in the real estate. So when you have this right database, you can do a lot of business there. For example, the company is selling, the company online now, they're doing selling the $1 billion value company exchange. They sold the business, they sell the business. They sell what? They just sell the database. They don't have a product, but they just sell the database. That's the contacts. And you have a chance to build up a lot of contacts, but you throw away. You didn't build a list of contacts, and you don't utilize it. Let's say one day I say, okay, can you give me the list of contacts? How many? It's 1,000 contacts. Okay, I pay you. That's money. You will sell it? Sell it. So just because you don't use the contact as your asset, you just think it's static. That's the problem. To me, the database is so important. If I sell this company, I sell the database. I don't sell the table. The table is old anyway. But so think about it. And database is your asset. You need to work on it. Maybe they don't buy a house now, but they can buy a different time. But they can do referral again. Okay, they can build up. You can create a campaign, and they will help you to carry your message to their friends or relatives. Okay, so the lead program here, we end up here. The thing that we have three things, right? It's a support and training and business opportunity, and this is the business opportunity. So we recently we have clients walk in, we have clients call in because we use some marketing as well, campaigns as well as people contact us. So we think in this way we will share the business with you. Okay. Now coming up is soon later this month or early next month, we launch the online campaign, which we're collecting more business opportunities, we may lead coming. So we want is to share it to the agents in the company, so you can, you have a business you can work, to work on, follow up with them. And here's what we're going to support. First, we provide in the lead, okay, and then we assign to agents everybody in the company. Yeah, they have a rule, a standard, and you need to sign up as well, okay. And we will follow up with you and support you how you can interview them, the process. We've got a buyer's presentation, and we also have a seller presentation, and how do you handle them. And along with the lead generation here and lead business opportunity here, we will talk about how to handling the objection. Like last time, Alex already showed us how to work to answer the question with the seller and buyers. Okay, so we will do it, apply into a real case. In the past, we talked how to handle objection, but we didn't have a business to practice. So this time we will assign the business. Let's say Jimmy. Okay, pick up a name. Okay, I didn't call you name today. That's a Jenny. Jimmy, I have a business here. I have a client who's looking for buying a list house in Fremont. And then I give it to Jimmy, and Jimmy will have a procedure that you have to follow, which means it's up to you. We don't have to, but we support. We have a how to do presentation. I will do CMA again. You learn from there. You stack them and do it, and then you will have a rules that you have to follow up with them, because the lead we assign the agent is asset, is money. If any agent don't follow the rule, then we have to take it back because we give us the next version. So something like that. Yeah, but Anna will go through you and follow up with the topic, and then and tell you and show you the rules and compliance, what we need to do. Okay. So this here is here. So.
A little more detail. So when you get an online campaign and you get a whole bunch of leads, when you say a lead, what kind of basic contact information do you have from either a buyer or seller? You have his phone number, his email.
So we go in. We are debate a little bit, but for now, we've been doing it for a few weeks already. So right now we filter the list first. We talk to the list first, and we identify what the list, what they really need, want, and then we assign. We don't just assign just a name and assign. So then they have a phone number, they have a name number and email address, and you can contact them right away. Okay. So next one, this is something that we want to remind here. Oh. Okay. So I wanted to every transaction will have to submit through TC within 2 days. We want to know who are in contract, so we can provide appropriate support. Okay, so this is normal. The next thing is pre-approval. A few agents here, they show their pre-approval to the other agents with the loan amount, approved loan amount. But when they got in contract, they do the loan, they do different loan number. Let's say they say the 40% down payment in the loan, in the pre-approval letter, or 800 loan amount, a purchase, let's say $1.2 million. Okay. And then when they get in contract and they change the term and they say, okay, I only have a 10% down payment or 20% down payment. And that is not good. First of all, reputation to the listing agent. Second, if the loan fails, it's hard to get the money back. Okay, the deposit back. Okay, so there's a lot of things. Okay, the next thing is a commission credit to the buyer. Here's I know nowadays a lot of few agents they represent the buyer and give the credit back to the buyer. Now. And that's I think it's more often now, and and the problem is like this: they give back the credit to the buyer too much. Too much. Let's say they have $15,000, and they give back the buyer probably some case I see they give us is 10,000. Oh. Let's say that way. Okay, sometimes they give back 7,000, 50%, 750, 7,500. And then they bring it back to the office only 7,500. And they ask the company split on that number. So to me, it's not fair. Because we provide a support, maybe this one more, that one less, but in general, we provide a support. We provide a lot, spend a lot of effort, money to support the agent. But when the agent, they give out the credit without, getting approval from the company, and then just give out and sign the paper, and I'm going to give you half of my commission, and ask the broker to share without any asking in advance. So let's say it's $7,500 left, and they share with the company. I don't know what's the percentage. Each person will have a different agreed commission split, but the company gets so little. We need the money to operate the company. So here's the thing. I will email out, but here's the thing. We either get a minimum commission. Remember what you're going out to give out, but we get a minimum with a $2,500 per transaction minimum, or agreed commission. Let's say you don't credit buyer or seller anything, then we follow the agreement, commission agreement. Makes sense? You ain't getting a problem. Anybody have agreed? Okay. If you credit, and then the commission now is less than 2,500, 2,500, then we have to get 2,500. Anybody understand or no?
I don't quite follow.
Okay, let's say
kind of new to me. I never do the credit, too much to buyer or to seller. I never do that. You say what's the minimum?
Minimum. Let's say you credit the buyer everything because that is your friend, your family, and you give all the credit. You only let the 5,000 in the check from escrow for the company.
Only
5,000. Let's say they give out everything to the buyer, and they only have a $5,000 left.
Right.
And then bring house a hey broker $5,000. We only have a $5,000 commission here. Now we split. I say no. Your commission is $25,000.
Okay.
Now you only give 5,000. You ask for a split from 5,000. No, we want a split from the 25.
So in the end,
otherwise, we charge a 2,500 from the 5,000, really 50%.
So after escrow close, this agent, this buyer's agent, only get how much? 2,500.
Yes, in this case, 25, because they have a chance to get more, but they give out to that buyer. Yeah, we don't agree. We got to get a minimum.
We get 7,500 to the credit to the buyer, and 10,000 I mean to the buyer.
You give out, first of all, the rule number one, they have to get approval from us. Second, we have a 2,500 cap or agree commission based on the original commission before credit.
So let me
to make sure
for you, for the broker, for the officer, you need to pick up 2,500
minimum, or agreed, or because if you sell mobile home, you only have a $10,000 commission there. Of course, I have to follow.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't want you give out and then ask the broker to share.
That makes a lot of business sense.
Okay.
Otherwise, the broker will get broke.
Yes, look, yeah, that's a broker, not a broker anymore. Broker. Okay, let me clear. I know you're unhappy. You're unhappy. Who's not happy?
Elvis, you always say the right thing, huh?
But actually, I want to protect you too, because you can tell the buyer, I'm so sorry, the broker doesn't allow me to do it. In the past, I did that way, and I blocked the buyer from asking too much.
Well, I can
Yes, I think Kathy used my tactic. Everything you told it to me. Okay, talk to a broker, because if you wanted to call a broker, my broker. Okay, I was on the phone to order a lot the outside, not the real estate. I mean, the order. I was consumer, I was customer. When I asked something, and they say, "Let me ask my manager." I'm afraid my manager they will agree. Oh, the company policy. I wanted to do it for you, but I'm sorry. I'm afraid not that I can ask. But later, when they ask, I'm sorry, they don't agree. The company policy. So you use me as a reason to refuse them. Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
all the-
I think I have an idea. I mean, ask them a question. If you go to work and every paycheck your co-employee, co-worker asks for 10% of your paycheck, are you gonna say yes?
No,
Or
yes, Minjo, that's an addition. Yes, yeah, that's a good thing too. I did it too. But I mean, is we
yeah,
have
because it doesn't make sense when people ask for your income. It doesn't make sense at all unless you don't provide good service. Then they don't appreciate you. Then yeah, you say okay, whatever you want, here you go, because I don't deserve it, right? If you think you deserve it, every penny you deserve it. If you work really hard for the transaction, there's no reason for you to give back. That's just my 2 cents.
okay, thank you.
I don't give out any percent of my paycheck.
So here's the thing is that we have only 8 minutes to leave because of 7:11 something. So let's go quick here. The seller commission standard. Okay, I put in the contract to side with you. If anybody forgot, I would say a lot other company they have a different numbers. We have very relaxing numbers. So minimum is 4.5% for listing for real estate listing with a seller. Now you can go in, for example, Alex is my role model. He always get 90% is a 6% commission. Okay, so he's doing good. I'm not thinking everybody just follow Alex, but I just put in here just between us that we don't get any lower commission. If you get a lower commission, we have to have a reason. For example, it's a series number of transactions you do together with one seller, or maybe you get an approval from me first. Or I show them, okay, my broker doesn't allow it again. Or maybe let me invite my broker to explain to you. But here's the thing, that is a message. But I will get to you how you can overcome the seller or handle objection from the seller when they ask commission, because we had a training about that too. Now, before we go into talk about how to handle seller's objection or what materials are need to present to the seller. For example, MC, you will have a presentation today with the seller. Let's see what she can come out from the listing of presentation today, this afternoon. Okay, but here's the thing, the goal. We need to deliver. Here's the thing, what consumer want, what consumer need. They need timing. Everybody needs timing. You do construction for your home. The wife asks the husband cook a rice pot. The husband asks the wife pick up the kids. Everything they expect is a timing. Timing is very important, even though they have a big time windows. But everybody needs like the timing. So I just tell you what is the principle. People like timing. Next, people like convenience. Okay, people don't want to have a complexity, complication. They want convenience. That is the human being today. Okay, and they need the result. If we meet these three, this comes from me, okay, and I have a big thoughts about it. Then you can charge them commission. The reason that they don't let you charge it because they don't see it. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they need. But in general, they don't know why. But they just want to reduce your commission. If we can see, if we meet everything you do when you come to presentation for the buyer, seller presentation, if you can show these three goals and then the content you present it, support the three items, I'm sure 90% the seller or the buyer will say yes. And you ask me what is the negotiation? That is the goal first, because negotiation in this different subject, a different time, different thing, different people will have a different way. I will talk about negotiation class different. But in general, if you can meet them, what they need is in timing, in the convenience, and the result, then you win. You can ask for more money. And before doing that, I want to tell you there's a lot of things, but the first thing is you have to believe. Because if you don't believe this was right to you, and then any conversation, every word that you come out from your mouth, people will not listen because you don't believe in yourself. How could people believe in you? You have to believe, yes, I want it. I want the timing. I want the convenience. I want the result. Then when you deliver that message to the buyer, the seller, you will convince them. If they're not clear yet, because they never done the business or never know, a lot of people, they don't know themselves. Then they will say, yes, yes, yes. We will talk about it. Quick. Next, okay? So, okay, so this one, okay. So actually this one, prices. Okay, here's the package. The package I'm talking about. Now, here's how to commission, order the commission. Now, we come up with this here, is we can be in your presentation. We devise the silver, gold, platinum package we offer to the seller when we talk about a commission. Again, if you tell us a timing, convenience, result, and you ask for commission, and they will say, why? How do you know you do it? What are you going to do? I know that you deliver, you ask me the goal, but how you do it, right? So one of the materials we prepare here is a timing, convenience, result. Is here we define three packages for listing. What you going to bring to the buyer, to the seller? Okay, you just ask for the money from them, but what benefit, what the seller going to receive from you? So we create a three packages, 5%, 6%, 7%. We talked about before, but now we put in writing. Now, it depends on you how to do it. And this one today we don't talk. We only a few minutes left. But I'm talking to you is when we presented this one to them. Most of people they want the platinum package, but they want to pay the lowest. I'm not talking about 5 lowest. We don't give them 4%. We them is a 5% minimum. This you want to get this, I just give you an MOS, put aside and give you flyers. But we don't talk that. But don't mention it too much. But the way skill is, you just present it and show them and say, what package do you want? Ask them a question. Here's the thing. Another tip. First thing is we talk about a belief, right? You have to believe yourself, believe the theory. You believe what you need is the timing, convenience, right? And it's a result. You have to believe that concept. Then you can talk. The next thing is you give them a choice and you ask question, with a question for them to answer. When they answer, they start thinking. If you talk, they will never listen because they think you are trying to get money from them. If a lot of people just talk, I don't want to hear. In my mind, I don't want to hear. Look like this guy trying to beat me. But if he asks me question, then I have to answer. When I ask that, answering a question, this question, I start thinking. Once that thinking, that's when we connect it. The two brains together. You know, 1 to 1. And then when connect 1 to 1 is that conversation. And this way conversation, you can transfer your emotion, timing, result, convenience to them. If you could explain without a question, they will not engage with your conversation. So question, what do you want? This is a package. Most people say, I think it's comfortable with I want is a 5%, but I don't want this service. I want this. They're afraid, right? So this they feel uncomfortable when asking this one. They want this, and then you're gonna have a couple conversation, walk back and forth, sentence back and forward, and say, okay, let me ask my broker because it costs money. Okay, and then you say, okay, how about this? So 5.5%, but I give you more of this one. So finally, it's actually this and that. Maybe you already going to do this, but you already 5.5. See, moving this 1.5 to 5.5. Now, but the thing is a skill here. Ask question. First believe, ask question. Find out what they need. Now, find out what they need. How? You have to find out who they are. The first thing is you need to conversation, come in and talking, or maybe you already know them who they are already, right? But you build relationship so they can easy conversation. And then you will from there, you find out what they need, what they want, what type of people they want, and what reason why they sell or they buy. We have to find out reason. Now, but they still concerning about the logical thinking, they're concerned about a number. Logical is a number. And they talk about, okay, I spent 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 10,000, it's logical. Now you turn them from logical thinking into the is a emotional thinking. So we have to shift them. Okay. So I think as we talk about this, MC mentioned a couple times before is about what they want, what they need. Okay. So first of all, they need to sell a home. But one is when they sell it with you, they want to do it with you. Instead of they want to do with the other person. So why they have to do with you? So they come to you because they think they will not doing business with you, they will miss out something. The other agent can do it too, but the other agent might not do the same thing like we do. So you have to find that edge or niche. And the way that you present clearly with timing and explanation and your belief, you will tell them why, if you going to do that with the other agent, you don't get this kind of services. You don't get the timing. Again, I still repeat this maybe 10 times. Timing, focus on timing, especially today. The agent, the world interest rate keep going up, and then they might lose the opportunity to sell a home and the home price going down more further. So timing and the convenience. They don't have to repair a lot of things. They have to call them and you ask them to do what a lot of times. So convenience. And then it's a result. And I will work with you. They work with us, they get a result. So if you focus on these three things, okay, you have, again, believe. You have to believe that first, okay? And you get the buyers or the seller focus on the timing, convenience, and result. And then use the tactics, tools here to present them and show them what they're going to lose, what they're going to get when you're working with you. Okay, now go home and review and see what order you're going to put in there. Okay. So there is a consumer stay away from the pen. And this is when MC talks, so I don't want to talk again, but it's people want to feel painful and what they're going to get is they buy it because emotion, they like you. So when you do it clearly, confidence, when you believe, you feel confidence. Again, I know that some agent, they consult to them as outside here. I say, oh, why you have to give credit to the buyer? Like, a lot of people out there do, and if I don't do it, nothing I can, they will not do it with us. They don't have a confidence. And they don't have a tools to tell what they're going to bring the benefit to that client. They think that this is your money to negotiate. But I'm telling you, okay, just from my experience, because I can't pick up anyone here as example, myself. In the last 7 to 10 transactions, I may be further for 2 years. Who's you? You win. He's a PC. You win. Okay. I want the witness. And she comes to do a transaction coordinator for me. She said, Leon, do you have any credit for the buyer? I say, no. Don't ask again. I never give credit to the buyer. I say that doesn't mean never. I mean, no. And then I want her goodness, I don't give credit to buyer. And then the seller. In the last 5 transactions, I get it's 5% or more listing. And it's a see a witness too. And the listing is Anna is helped me to put a listing there. 5%. I do further more the service. I provide more service. I get lower. I think Alex is faster. Okay. But I'm just talking about that. So the point is, 10 years ago, in 2011, 10, 11, when the market shift from the seller to the buyer, when market was corrupt, and a lot of business went out of business. Broker agents, they quit the real estate business. And at that time when we represent the buyer to purchase a bank-owned home and short sale. And then we didn't give any credit to the buyer because the home price is low. And the buyer never asked because during that time, they never asked. Next, in this time, 2022, market shift again. And now it's the time for us to readjust the seller mentality. Seller tried to pay less when they was in the seller market. Now the shift to the buyer market. We need to tell them, you want a result, you want a timing, you want a convenience, give us money. Okay, we have a further story at the because the seller actually they don't look at they don't want to negotiate, they don't look for lower commission, they want to resolve. But we focusing on the commission, that's why we stop. Because they just ask, give me those low commission, and then you start lowering the commission before they actually pressure you, ask for. And at the end, actually, they the final selling price even lower than the number the response. Okay, so just tell you, there's a lot of things we discuss over time. We have a one-to-one, we talk, but that is it's conducted the training discussion. Any other question? I know a lot of people is tired already.
The sellers, they want 1% commission because there's a lot of.
I just talk. I just talk. They want, they just ask, but because we know, we show them the tools, you believe the 1% you cannot survive with the inflation number today, and you believe that you can do quick and convenience to them, and you talk to them, they will agree. And you do have quite a way to talk. I will talk to you later, for example, and say, okay, you want to pay higher, so to attract more buyers and raise the price.
But they said that, okay, you don't want to go for the
Let them go, but I mean, no, I cannot solve one problem. I just show you the way to do. Okay, I don't know who you talk to because that person may be different, or maybe that's a story, your story, but I just give you the direction on it. Again, I don't do the work for you. Okay, I do the direction advice, and you perform it, and you are particular one and more clearer, is clearer. I will sit down with you, talk to you, and then you can practice at home, and then you go out there and you talk. You want a script and talk to Alex. Alex will have you the script too, but I can't answer that question.
Yeah, that's okay. That's why if you go out sometimes, you know, there's a lot of realtors came here. They want only 1%, so that's sometimes it's hard.
Yeah, because the belief, I'm talking about still a belief, because we believe we are just average agent. If you believe, if I believe I'm not the average agent, I am knowledgeable agent, I can believe people what people need from, again, convenience, timing, and result. And I can provide a better service is what people don't do it. And I can sell the home price higher price. And then because my marketing is the top, one of the top agencies, if I believe that, my voice, my tone will different. And if they don't listen, I'm sorry, it's not my client. I think that's principle. Yeah.
They're not selling a lot of properties, you know, if you go to them.
Yeah, I know it's not case by case, but if you ask me how to raise that's my strategy. But if you have a few businesses, yeah, you can be flexible with that. I understand. I just show you the nuance of what it is.
Just sharing what I heard.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah. Okay. Any I think we might stop here. Is it getting too late? You agree? Do we have raffle today?
Yes.
Or
Okay.
Let's get excited, man. Everyone's down. Get up.
Get up, get up.
Yeah.
Now please can you help me get one?
Sure. The energy up.
Let's see who
I'm energy up.
That's
Yeah.
great.
That's
Okay.
my number.
6, 8, sorry, 1.
Oh.
Music. Hey Jamie, can you help me get one? You are lucky. So you guys are lucky to another one. Yes.
Oh, that's my number.
Yes. It will be 6, 8. No, sorry. 6, 8, 2. The lucky is red. And then chị Vân Anh, can you help me get the last one? Can I touch you to get the lucky?
She's lucky lady. Lucky lady.
It's
Training model á, bây giờ có ai về training? Dạ em thấy lại những cái training nào cũng vô trong đó.